fact, I hated fashion initially. I did not like fashion because
Hi, good day. My name is Olukorede Raphael Akarakiri, the convener business gist with Akore, and today I'm back as the host. Yeah, feels good to be back again. And today we have with us a friend of mine, an excellent person actually, someone who is driven by God, by creativity, by so many things good and godly. And he'll be sharing this story from Angola to where he is now. From being a broke student to being someone of influence today, I've been many people working under him and doing so well for himself and projecting God at the center of everything. And today we have with us Okunola, Ogunmola, Victor.
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, once again, my name is Okunola Victor, and I'm happy to be here with Akore. Business Gist Akore.
See you smiling.
Thank you so much for having me on this, and I really appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much.
Now, before we go on, please like, share, and subscribe.
Very important.
This episode. Thank you very much. All right, today, there's been a lot about you. Your emergence, your journey for the past 5-6 years, and we'd like to know how you moved from that guy that knocks on doors in Angola, Mozambique, got poured water on, and a lot of things happen behind the scene to being where you are right now. So, can you run us through that journey?
It was quite an eventful journey, I must say. Eventful, rough, exciting. You can name it. I would say, yes, like you said, I was knocking doors from Angola. I never imagined myself in this position, where I am today, and I'm everything I am today by God, through God, and for God. So that I acknowledge in my business, and as I often say, now God the runner. So apparently, I started, I think I didn't even know I wanted to even go into fashion. In fact, I hated fashion initially. I did not like fashion because it was portrayed to me as a job for the illiterate. For people that, they don't know what they are doing, people that, only want to as I say it in Yoruba. So, I never liked it. I just wanted to study book and all of that. But I met a friend, Jonathan Sayo, shout out to him. And along the way, he taught me a few things. I was of help to him, and then of course he's my boss. And then I started, with adjustments. I remember as far back as 2019, I would go to Angola Hall that time with Tata slippers and all of that, knock on doors. Let me adjust your shirt. But one thing I did differently was R&D. I call it R&D, research and development. So I made sure that, I had to thoroughly research how best can I adjust, these people's clothes that would not look the same. Even like a normal person. So ever since I started my business, so to say, even though it was in a very crude format, I ensured that I didn't just, do it like how everybody was doing it. There was something different about me. That was the R&D I did. And then I think I would collect their clothes, I would re-iron, package when I'm done adjusting. If I adjusted the clothes in a way that it was not so obvious that it was actually touched. Like I would adjust the clothes, you wouldn't know that it was actually touched or adjusted. And after that, I would, re-iron and pack. I don't think during our time, then any tailor had the advantage even till now, advantage of helping you do your clothes like that. So I'll re-iron, I'll repack, I'll write their names, though with pen and paper tape at that point because that's what I could afford. And I'll take it to their rooms and deliver. So ever since that time, I was working with referrals, so they referred to another person, and from there, of course, the money too that I was able to gather, I was need to run one or two things. So right from part 2, I've been move fast forward to part 2. I think I started with tote bags.
Okay.
I'll go to different female halls then, to sell tote bags. If I brought a point, you mentioned it that they poured me water. I cannot forget the experience. I moved, I think block, I can't remember, I think block L, I don't know, I can't remember.
An experience.
Yeah, it was an experience, It was, like I said, it was tiring at the point. There's many times I would cry. I remember I walked from Angola, that point, to, what's the name of this place now? I think ICT at that point, in tears, because I didn't know what to do. It was tiring, no mentor. I was just doing business the way starting on my own. It's actually very hard, especially when you don't have a leverage.
Yeah.
So, fast forward to now, God has been good. Honestly, like I can't just start the whole journey process, but like I said, that's just a glimpse. I mean, I went through a lot getting here, and I bless God because it's still part of the whole journey. And of course, we are still moving. We have not stopped. We have not got to where we want to be.
Yeah.
But of course, and one thing that really stood out for me was the fact that ever since I started, I had this big dream of where I want to be. All right, so that's been my major driving force. Do you get? I didn't know like the exact steps I was going to take, but I
you know
knew
where you're going to.
where I was going to. Like it was direct. It was not like just a dream. It was like a vision. Like and I knew I was going to need people. So one thing I also really took very very firm was people relationship. I mean, how to relate with people, and in fact, I think I was learning customer relationship management while I was doing tote bags, and I never even knew that was going to like help out in the real business world. So there's many things I was learning along the way when I started tote bags, adjustment and all of that, and I didn't know, it was really going to help me now. So like I said, it was a very eventful journey.
That's quite a journey.
Yep.
So can we say these experiences are one of the things that make you someone who really wants to impact people, who want to have events like going global, like becoming with OVOSKG? Can we say this building, this becoming is what is translating to all this that we are saying beyond even the business side?
Wow. So that's a very good question. And beyond the business side of me, one thing I know about me for sure is I am called to impact lives. And by the grace of God, I think God has really been helping me with that part. There's nothing I know, but the little I know has been able to help lives, help businesses, sustain themselves, start from the scratch, gather the ability, to continue
Build momentum.
to build themselves, in fact, and mentor people from the little that I gather. So aside the business part of me, I take pleasure in speaking to people, encouraging people with the little knowledge God has given to me, to help them assist and all of that. So I knew that was a part of me that to do with impacting life. So that's what gave birth to becoming more with OVOSKG and also going global. In fact, we had going global business summit 1.0 last year, May, I think 18th of May, and it was superb, honestly speaking. I mean, it was beautiful, and we're going to be having it 2.0 this year, and it's aimed at impacting lives, helping young business owners, start off on the right foot, because I don't believe in failures. Yes, I failed so many times, but I believe strongly that people can leverage on this, on this meeting with people, the right people to help them, the right knowledge actually, so that they can start business on the right foot. And I believe strongly in the creative community, not just from OAU, but in this particular place. I mean, Southwest Nigeria, to be precise. There's this, we just have this creativity, and you have been seeing so many things going online now. The creative space is taking a lot of. So that's to tell you, I believe strongly in this country, most especially the southwestern part. I'm not trying to be to segregate anybody, but I believe strongly in this country. Let me say as a whole that we have this creative power, and this is the call to most people here. You believe strongly in your mind that you can do something. I mean, this is the time. I'm not saying start it immediately, but I'm saying don't sleep on that idea. I'm saying take action immediately. Time is ticking. Step up. I mean, step up. That idea that you have. Let me shock you. A lot of people have that same idea, and the earlier you start, the better. I mean, I've seen so many ideas that I want to execute, and I've seen somebody do. I'm like, oh wow, I wanted to do that thing. So always. Do you get? So So like I said, the business summit is to help people. So it's a call if but if you're going to be in Ife in November, I would like you to come for the summit. It's going to be very impactful. It's going to be big. I want you there, and I'll be expecting you personally.
Okay. Now to the next question. I mean, we are Gen Zs, and dealing with Gen Z creative is different entirely. So how have you been able to build that family that you work with, that team you work with, while keeping them under control and also in a way that everybody still feels at home and does their own job? So how have you been able to do that?
Like you said, leading people. Look, one thing about leadership is that you have to first be a servant for you to know what leadership actually means. So I can say for a fact that if you have not been under somebody, there's every likelihood that you may not know how to actually lead. All right. So first thing that shaped my leadership amongst my people is the way I was led. All right. So I tried to solve the mistakes of the leadership, the way I was led, so that by the time I get there, I will know how to lead. All right. So I saw the mistakes and the flaws of people that led me, and how I wanted my own to be. So in that light, that's why I can say boldly that at OVOSKG Clothings, I see it as a family-like environment.
Yeah.
All right. So all the staffs, the trainees, and the interns, all of them, like we're a big family. So I take them as a vital part of my life.
Yes.
And then I lead by example. I don't just come and say, oh, you do this, you do that. I show them how it is done. So having that family-like environment gives me this avenue to express myself, and to lead them in a father to child
I
manner
know, yeah.
beyond the boss
The work.
to
training,
employee
sometimes,
kind of relationship. So I was able to merge personal relationship, work relationship together, so that you don't see me as somebody that is far ahead,
They can't reach.
that they
can't
can't
talk
reach
to.
or they can't talk to. So, like I said, that family-like environment has been what has been able to shape the leadership at OVOSKG Clothings.
All right. So next question: as a fashion designer,
Okay.
there's always the rumor about fashion designers lacking structure, especially in delivering. So, what are the structures you've put in place that have helped you to deliver promptly and excellently to your clients, both home and abroad?
Okay. One thing about structure, I won't lie to you guys. It gave me a headache. No. Putting things in place gave me a headache because, like I said, I saw the way it has been done in the past, and one way to actually get better is to solve or make things better than how you met it. All right. So there's been this quest of wanting to do things better, and like I said, it's a journey. It's not something that can be done in a day. So at the OVOSKG Closings, what we did is, I sat down and I knew that this business was going beyond me because by the grace of God, we are going global.
Yeah.
So I knew it was like beyond me. It's not something that I alone can do. All right. I mean, there's so many fashion designers out there. They are the social media manager. They are the what have you? The sales rep.
Manager.
They are the manager. They are the one in charge of logistics. All of those things, and that's how some of them wear out. You don't move
Constant
from.
burnout.
You understand? So because of the way I saw my business, I saw it beyond just a fashion brand that has a physical workspace. I saw it as a company. All right. So in that light, I was able to build them into teams.
Yeah.
So we have the what's it called now? The sales team. We have logistics, those in charge of logistics. So I put somebody in charge. I was able to put them in charge, and then we have trainings for them, to teach them how best they can go about these things, to equip them with the right knowledge they need to know,
Yeah.
to lead in that particular aspect, of course. And they also learn on the job. So I was able to build structure by building teams. So I divided the whole arm of the business into different teams so that everything can run smoothly with or without my
You.
presence.
Yeah.
All right. So that way we are going to see to it that we deliver timely, and at the same time, there's division of labor amongst everybody. So it's not just
having that excellence.
exactly why still preserving that excellence. Like I said, they were trained on the job. So even while they lead, we train them. I train them the way I want it to be. All right. So by doing that, we maintain the same excellence. And before we actually put anything out there, we try to review the product. So, and I can say for a fact that every three months at OVOSKG Clothes, something changes about our product.
Beautiful.
Yeah, something changes about our product. It's like I won't be able to say it here, but something changes about our products for constant, people that are patronizing us. They see this improvement, and that's why they keep coming. So every three months, 3 to 4 months, there's always an increase in a particular area of the product in terms of service and all other things.
So apparently, it looks like you can't afford to be doing everything on your own and want to deliver promptly and excellently. So talking about, you just mentioned about your brand. So how have you been able to brand OVOSKG? I'm very sure it's not something that's just by the way, it's something that's intentional. So how have you been able to brand OVOSKG to the brand and perception that the world has of it right now?
Okay, branding OVOSKG hasn't been easy, honestly. And I can say that I've been learning on the journey. I'm not here to be telling lies or giving you ChatGPT. Guys, I've been learning on the journey. I'm not going to lie. I watch people, I read a lot of books. I tend to apply those books that I've read to, present day economy.
Yeah.
And then I've made mistakes, a lot of mistakes. Like, in fact, I make mistakes falling forward. All right. But one thing I learned to do is I pick up myself. How best can I do this? How best can I do that? Has somebody done it before? And I don't take advice from people that I have not done things before. So I take advice from someone that I have done this with evidence. Not I can do this. There's one thing I can do this and I have done this. All right. So I take advice from people that I have done it before. I see how they do it. All right. And one thing I also do is I leverage on relationships. Shout out to my friends. I can't mention their names now, so I won't keep anybody behind. But all of my friends were amazing. They helped me in the journey. Each time I was like at a crossroad, I reach out to them. How far this was happening, with OVOSKG clothes. How can I do this? Then my mentorship too. Shout out to my mentors. My mentors really did a good job. I mean, holding my hands, because I was this kind of person that from the scratch, because I was able to like sustain relationships. Like my mentors were holding my hands along the way. This is how you do things. When I make mistakes, I go to them. Alpha, Daddy, I've done this. So they come, this is not how to do it. Take this route, or consider this course, take this course. So we're doing that. I was able to apply all those things, all this knowledge I've learned, to the business, to brand it up. And also I was very particular about the brand perception, that people have of OVOSKG, all right? So honesty, delivering timely, and also relationships. One thing about OVOSKG clothing is that we believe strongly in relationships than money.
Yeah.
Yes, of course, money is important, but we place relationships with our clients above money. 60 to 70% of our clients are our friends. I mean, we have a relationship outside of business. All right. So that has been able to, brand the whole business entirely.
Beautiful. So as someone that has built especially the people you work with on family kind of relationship, have you had experience with a creative you brought on board and the thing turns out?
Of course.
So how were you able to undo? I mean, from we are family here too. No, we can't. We are in this family. We can't take this from you. So how are you able to like balance such?
You see, one thing I would say that people, as opposed to what people will think, strategically, you need black sheep amongst
the white sheep.
Among the white sheep. Yeah, you need the black sheep. However, a controlled black sheep.
Yeah.
So when a black sheep decides to go haywire or out of bond, of course we cut off their wings. But one thing that the OVOSKG closing, I said it's a family, right?
Yeah.
So of course we are going to have black sheeps or people that don't really conform to our norms and how we want it. First, we try to avoid that because anybody that joins us or that becomes a part is firstly interviewed. All right. And there's a system in place to put them in checks. So you have checks and balance. So irrespective of fact there's a family-like environment, there's discipline.
Yeah.
And there's this atmosphere of the fact that it doesn't necessarily have to be said to you. You just know by virtue. It's just like you catch it. You catch it. So when you come, you see how things are done. So you choosing to do opposite, I don't know.
Something's wrong.
Yeah, something's wrong somewhere. And when we get something like that, what I first do is, I speak. I believe strongly in people. All right. And as OVOSKG closes, let me just even talk personally. All right. I don't believe in, how will I put it now? Okay, when I speak to somebody, all right, and okay, let me take this way. I don't like to just lay people off. All right. If I'm going to even do it, I want to such that we maintain that relationship.
Yeah,
all right. Even after they've gone. So I don't believe in, just laying people off, and I don't, I just ignore them like that. I can even say for a fact that one of my staffs that, I was laid off. And after then, we still have this relation, we still rapport. That is how I take I take people.
Yeah.
All right. So first I start with words before, I'll first speak to you. I like to know,
why you acting
exactly why you're acting that particular manner. And then there's something we call strike at our place. So after 3 strikes, we have to let you go in a very peaceful way. So when I have creatives like that, don't conform. That is what we do to them.
Everybody smiles and
so
goes.
Everybody smiles and we go. So we just know that, okay, we can't work together when it comes to work relationship. But personal relationship, nothing affects it. We are good.
So lastly, we would like to advise someone just coming up in the creative industry. Okay. Someone who is trying to, I want to make it, but I don't know how to make it. I want to blow. I don't know how I'm going to blow. So what is your advice to such person?
Okay, first thing I would say is clarity is currency.
Yeah.
Clarity is currency. I mean, how do you know how far you're going to go when you don't know where you're going? So first is know where you are going.
Yeah.
All right. Comparison, don't compare yourself. I mean, one thing I did was I shut out every form of envy or comparison from my way. I focused on what I wanted to do, and stay logged in, and then you continue. So for younger creatives, fashion designers, first I celebrate you so far because I've not given up. I mean, it takes a very strong-willed person,
keep going
in this economy to keep going as fashion designers. So I'm going to say to you that know yourself first. That's number one. Know yourself. what is very spectacular about your brand? I mean, what are the things you are trying to achieve,
What stands you out?
or what stands you out, out of the crowd? Focus on that thing. Don't look at another person's progress. You see, your own journey is different from another person's journey. You have to understand that.
Yeah.
Some it can be slow, fast. Some it can be fast, slow. It can different dimensions, different dynamics, to your growth. Embrace your growth process. And I'm going to say that to embrace your growth process. It will not happen overnight. Know that it is not magic. It's not happen overnight. You won't just blow, because if you just blow, you will just come down. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
take your time to climb your ladder. And while you climb your ladder, you see, one best way to actually grow as a creative is try to be better than your former self.
Who you were before.
I can say for a fact, and of course you can go and confirm, the way I sew now, my kaftans now, my suits now, totally different from when I started.
Sure.
So there's a quest to always want to be better than who you previously are.
Yeah.
That is growth. All right. So that you are shedding new skin, you are shedding old skin, you are gaining new skin. So always improving yourself. Self-development is very important. Read books, get ahead, attend business seminars. Don't just sit in your room or being on your machine and then you're just sewing. Sometimes what will bring you the money, what will bring you that fame might not even be via how much work you do. It can be how much you have invested in yourself. All right, because you have to take your roots deeper and bear fruit upwards.
Yeah.
So I'll say take your roots deeper before you bear fruit upwards. So don't be in a haste to actually want to blow, to quickly want to have a very big fame, or take your time, embrace your growth process. All right, because even when the fame comes, there'll be a quest for how much you have invested in yourself, because you need to start showing people what you are made of. So what if you are made of is fuke? After some time, that's why you see some people come up, celebrities come up, and in less than a year they are off the market. Do you understand? Because they could not actually take their roots deeper. So embrace your process. I would like some of the fashion designers to go and read Sheivo's story. Very inspiring. He's someone that embraced this process. He understood people relationship. Those are things that we need to we need to really look at as young fashion designers. I can say again that you're trying. You'll be recognized very, very soon. Embrace your process, and I'm super, super proud of you. So, and also, I would like to mention before we go, going global is for young creatives. I would like you to be there. Yoruba people often say "Iroyota Fojuva." Yeah, so I would like you to be there. It's going to be impactful. We're having impactful speakers, lined up speakers, powerful speakers. Are going to be impacting us. Even me myself. I'm not just going there to organize or host. I'm not just going to be a host for that day. I'm going to learn. I'm going to sit, with my mentors and people that are going to teach us about business. So I want you to be there and bring your friends, invite your bucket mates. Don't miss it for anything, because I'm not going to miss it. You're not going to miss it, and your friends should not miss out on it. Thank you so much for having me on this. Thank you so much.
It's such a pleasure having you on this. Thank you very much for coming, and it's been an exciting one having this discussion on the couch with you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode to everyone that needs to see this. Thank you, and see you in the next episode. Maybe not see you. Maybe someone sees you, but then we'll see you next episode. Thank you very much.
Thank you.